my screen will be visible to you all. So this session is around guidance on internship and job switching. So when I talk about the internship, these are kind of small opportunity between your studies. I think most of you guys are still in early professions, freshers, and a person who has 2 or 3 years of experience. So this session is some to present some of the guidance around these internship and job searching. So let's start. So during the presentation, first off, I'll be covering about the internship that is suitable for the folks who are still studying and who have just passed out from the college. And in the second half, I'll be talking about the job switching, which will be much more essential for the recent freshers and early professions who have experience of 2 3 years. So this is since a lot of us are in the earlier career. This these some of the there are some critical decisions that we need to take about how we want to proceed in our careers. So I'll be covering the topics around internship, job switching, and how do we plan our career so that we are settled for a long term. How we milestone our approach, how we progress in our career. So let's start about the internships as a whole. So the usually during our courses, it is expected that students go through the internship to enhance their skill or to get the real life experience. So there are, if you can put yourself on mute, that will be helpful for others. Thank you. So the advantage of having or doing internship is basically that you will get some real life experience. You can get a taste like how the real world behave, and you will get some credit point. Usually in most of the college, there is some credit point associated with internship. So it's always beneficial to do an internship with a company for a month or two. So there are multiple types of internships as well, like paid, unpaid, virtual, and freelance. Uh, like it's pretty much self-explanatory, like paid and unpaid. Some of the internship can be available to you as a freelance as well. Let's suppose that you are working in software, right? You can start doing your internship from second or third year. If you are in the web, like if you are in web development, you can look for the freelancing jobs, which you can do while studying. Apart from that, there are multiple skill set which you can utilize and perform and basically apply for freelancing internships. Some of the critical benefits, what you will get out of internship. So first is like real world experience. You'll get to have a real world experience. Skill development, you will get to learn different skills. You will network with people. Plus, it will also looks good on your resume as well. Like if you're applying for some position, and in your resume you have a section which says like you have done internship with this XY company, and you have got a good review from them. So that was beneficial to your resume as well. So how do we look for a right internship? So first of all, identify your interests and career goals. Like if you are in software industry, you should be identifying your interest. What do I like? Like I want to go into the security, I want to go into web development, I want to go into cloud, or I want to go into AI ML. So these kind of interests and career goals that you have will help you to identify the right internship. After you have identified your interests and career goals, you need to search for the companies and opportunities. That could be just going through online, looking at the Glassdoor pages of companies, what kind of work they do. This will be helpful to you to gauge like if whether this piques your interest or not. Third is networking and leveraging. So right now, if you have a good alumni network in your college, you can network with them to get internships. Like your seniors could help you to get internships. Or if you have, I'm sure all of you use LinkedIn here. So if you use LinkedIn, you will get a lot of opportunity as well. You can go to the job post, or you can find a person who is already working in that company. You can just message them that whether they have any intern position available or not. So I'll take, I saw that someone raised a hand, but I'll take a question in a bit. Let me progress. So after you have gotten an internship, what are the things that will make you to get most out of your internship, like succeeding in your internship, is to set up the goals and expectations. Like you can work with your senior within the company to set up goals and expectation, as well as set up seek guidance, mentorship from the people who are already working in that company or already working with you in a team. Build relationship, network with them as much as possible. So this will help, these networking will help you to get like a PPO, pre-placement offer from that company if you have done a great job in with that company in your internship. Again, gaining hands-on experience and skills is again mandatory. So if you have gotten an internship, get the most out of it by learning new things, by interacting with peoples, by setting a trend, like by exploring a trend and getting like information from your seniors or getting some feedback from your seniors to identify like which areas could be the next booming phase in the career. So another important thing is that once you have gotten the internship, there are some there are some companies who will basically turn your internship role as a full-time role. So it's much more easier to convert your internship into a full-time position. That can be like putting all your hard work and learning a lot of things, making sure that whatever manager that you have, you or your accomplishments or your achievements are visible to your manager, and you have a great rapport to show that you have done the good work, and that can be converted into a full-time role. The job negotiation also works, like once you have good reputation within your teammates and your manager, they will you can just ask them whether it is possible to convert that internship role to a full-time role. You can then negotiate your job offer, like what kind of package that you have in mind, or what you can have like a candid discussion, like how much they are willing to offer and things like that. So at this moment, I'll take a pause and check any if anyone has any questions. I saw a couple of people have raised their hands. Prudhvi, if you want.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's like that. Whenever we gonna jobs, if you gonna apply for a job, actually, we gotta research about the company and wanna apply it because there's a lot of job portals available. So we gotta go and we gotta like Apna. We have do research about the company and we gotta submit our cover letter and resume.
right.
So you are making it the same sense to the internships also because here we are not aware whether the companies are providing internships. So can we get to know that?
Yeah, good point. So you want to basically ask like how to verify or check whether a company is providing an internship or not. So that
Yes.
Yeah, good question. So, in order to check whether a company is providing an internship is or not, the first thing that you can do is visit their LinkedIn page. Most of the time, you will
Okay.
find the recruiters and HRs over there who are already working with that company. So,
Okay.
first thing is just
Okay.
to identify the recruiters and HRs and send them the connection request. Ask them through message like, "I have a good resume." Send them their cover letter and ask for them like whether any internship position are available with your company or not. So this is the first way that you can try. Second is that most of your, if you are in college, especially if you're in college, you can ask your seniors that where they have done their internship. So that way you can just get information from them to where to apply, where to basically check which company is offering an internship. So usually, to give you an answer, like usually most of the big companies and MNCs usually offer an internship role, and that starts usually in the summer period because most of our colleges and like studies are have the summer vacation kind of holidays, right? So those internships usually start accepting the requests for internship in March frame. And after that, there is interview. Sometimes, usually there is no interview. So depending on how it goes, it should basically start. You should basically start your internship by around April or May frame. So this is how you can just search. through LinkedIn, message the recruiters or HRs to figure out like whether this particular company is offering internship role or not. So did I answer your question, Prithvi?
Oh, very beautifully you answered it, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions around the internship? I'll be more happy to answer. Any doubts? Okay, there is a question from Ayusha. Do we need prior knowledge? Yes, definitely. You need some kind of knowledge. Like if you are applying for an internship, first of all, you should have a good cover letter as well as good resume. So what to put in that resume? So since you don't have a real life experience, you can't put anything in the resume. But it's a good idea to show your portfolio, like your hobby projects in your resume. Like if you have participated in some of the coding competitions, you can mention that I have participated and got this rank. If you have created any kind of website, you can just add that, okay, I have created this website, I have used this technologies. So all these things you can put that in the resume. Regarding the knowledge part, it's always good to have some bit of understanding how things work. If I'm talking about the software engineer, you should have some bit of programming language. If I'm talking about the web development kind of things, you should have a little bit knowledge about the JavaScript and things like that. So
So
yeah.
if we talk about HTML,
Mhm.
how much knowledge do we need approx?
So it is always known that all the freshers and person who are applying for internship, they are not expert on a subject. So having a decent amount of knowledge, I'll not say like you need a in-depth knowledge, but having a decent amount of knowledge, the working knowledge will be sufficient enough for an internship role.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions on the internship part? How do we search for internship? What is the requirements? What to put in the resume?
यस सर 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 मैं लेट से ज्वाइन हुआ हूँ तो
Mhm.
आप एक बार बता सकते हो
Okay, so to give you a recap of everything, so we covered
ओके
a topic around the internship, like how you should be looking for internship if you are in college or if you are an early fresher.
यस सर
What are some of the
यस सर
advantages? Yeah. So we covered on this. Apart from that, like what kind of advantage that you get out of it, and what kind
सर
of
सर ये कौन से
internship you
फील्ड
will
में होगा
it's mostly for every field. Like if you are in an engineering field or if you are from a graduate field, you can look for internship in any field actually.
ओके सर सर कंटिन्यू
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes, yes, sir. Like, like how is it only from LinkedIn we can research the about the company and the specific role, or is
Uh,
it what are the other qualified sources we can use for researching a company and researching a particular role?
Absolutely. So LinkedIn is one of the good source. Another is that you can use is Glassdoor, which will give you an information about the interview experience of the past candidates as well as the company information,
Okay,
like what company is doing.
okay,
Apart from that, if you're familiar with some of the coding platforms, they have the discussion forums which you can visit to see like what company is hiring and how they are taking their interviews for an intern role or a software engineer role. These things you can
it's like
visit.
some teams and groups.
Yeah, right.
Uh, Yeah, sir. Sure. Is there any other source? Or are these other sources?
You can always visit the job boards as well, but I don't think Naukri or Shine or Monster Jobs does have a good like good job posting for interns. But if you are an early freshers, like you have already passed out from your college and you are looking for a fresher role, you can just definitely check out the Naukri.com, which is a job portal. And there are multiple job
Okay.
portal which you can basically search. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll be continuing with the presentation on the job switching.
So last question:
Yeah, go ahead.
is there any training and internship?
So usually the companies don't provide training per se, but you will get like when you join a company as an intern, you will get a mentor which is assigned to you to look after you. Like if some small project is assigned to you, he will guide you what to be done and what learning resources that you need to go through to be able to execute that task or project.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There is one question from Rahul Pandey. Guide us how to understand genuine internship and a startup job. Okay, so usually there is no definitive line between this internship and a startup job. Usually the role for interns usually ends within a month or two. With a startup job, you are basically applying for a full-fledged job. That means that it will go on for 6 months or so. So I don't think there is no hard boundary line between the startup job or internship. You just have to figure out like if you're applying for an internship, it can be in a big MNCs or it can be in a startup as well. So depending on how it goes, like how the interview process is, it depends on that. Yeah, Aditya. uh Go ahead, Aditya, you raised your hand. Okay. Okay, so I'll go back to the presentation again, and we'll take up the rest of the questions if you have any in the next part. Yeah. So this section of the presentation is targeted for the folks who have already passed out from college or who are in early profession, like who have experience of one year, 6 months, this kind of stuff. So this topic is about job switching. So when we say job switching, there are multiple reasons why a person wants to switch a job, right? So you have to be your judge yourself to identify when it's a good time to switch a job, right? It can be for multiple reasons like career advancement, better fit. You are not liking the role what you are working for, or you want personal growth. Sometimes there are financial benefits as well, like you want much more pay or much more bigger package, things like that. So it's good to understand and it's good to benchmark yourself to identify when I want to switch a job, right? And there can be multiple reasons to that. Next is once you have identified like I want to switch a job, next is to prepare for a job switch. So since being an early profession, it always good to be prepared for a next interview. So it's good, always make it as a habit to keep on preparing at least for early professions that they can be in immediate. You can make switch a job switch immediately, or you can have it within 3 months. So the preparation time sometimes can extend for months as well. So first of all, you can just update your resume, LinkedIn profile that you are looking for a job. You can just upload your resume to a Naukri portal or a job portal, LinkedIn, or you can even ask for referrals on as well. Like if you have known any senior who is already working in a company that you want to switch, you can just ask them, okay, here's my resume. Can you please refer me? Things like that. Another is developing a personal brand. Like if you are doing a job switch, it's always good to have some of the hobby projects that you have. It can be on GitHub. If you are a software engineer, it can be hosted on a GitHub. If you are a web developer, it can be a simple site website which has a link. So these things help you to develop a personal brand, which also helps you to your resume to look better and to have much more higher conversion rate. Also, researching target companies and roles also helpful for preparing a job switch. Like there is always someone like everyone wants to be at the better place. So it's always good to target couple of companies specifically. Like if you want to target for MNCs, much more bigger MNCs, different roles. Like if you're working at a software engineering side, you want to convert your role to the AI side, AIML side, things like that. So how do we search for a job? So it's very common to know that if you want to look for a job, just upload your resume to Naukri portal, and that's it. You will get a call. It's partly true. Sometimes you will get a call, but the role will not interest you. Sometimes there is financial consideration as well. The package will not appeal you. So there are multiple areas or multiple platforms where you can upload your resume to get the best call for a job interview. So it's always good to have your resume strong, have a good compelling cover letters attached to it. So you can just ask any recruiters on LinkedIn that, hey, I want to do a job switch. Here's my resume. If there are any possible job opportunity, please do reach out to me. And if you upload your resume on Naukri.com, things like that, so you will get a call back from the recruiter that, hey, if we saw you that you applied for a job, do you want to continue or can you share your updated resume? So it's always good to have a good resume along with a compelling cover letter. So preparing for an interviews. So again, like if you're making a if you're looking for a job search and making a switch, you are already preparing for your interviews. That means that it could be a technical or a behavioral preparation. So technical could be like preparing and brushing up your programming skills, your system design skills. Behavioral can be like how you have the positive outlook that people are attracted to you. People comes to you to get their problems solved, things like that. So preparing for an interview, I think it's a whole other session. But for a gist, I'll say that uh, whatever the role that you are applying, research about that role, look for the past job interviews of that particular role. Look out for the common patterns, that what kind of questions the company is asking currently, things like that. So you'll get a list of questions, like 15 or 20 uh, questions. Solve them, and then move on to different set of questions. So this way you can just do your prepare like you can get yourself ready for these interview in a phased manner. So again, like once you have gotten a job, it's always like it's kind of a ethical move to resign it professionally and move it ethically, like move through the transition period ethically. Managing the transition period is kind of letting go of your responsibilities and let the managers know like you will be leaving soon, and all the responsibility should be transferred to some other person. Onboarding and adapting to a new workplace. So once you start with your new job, they have to get you onboarded, adapt. You need to adapt yourself to the new workplace. So it's always like a small challenge, because change is change is very difficult sometimes, because you are accustomed to your old habits in the previous company. You have to make sure that now you're in the different company, you have to follow their different policies, you have to adapt to their work practices and things like that. So this section, uh, so let's take a questions again. I'll talk about building long-term career path. I think that will be the last section for our call. Um, During this time, any questions if anyone has?
Hi, I'm sorry I joined 20 minutes later.
Okay.
Uh, will this session be again in the next week or somewhere in this month?
Prakash, I think this session is getting recorded. So if you have missed anything, you can just watch the recording.
Okay,
That would be good. Yeah.
and that will be provided here, the link for recording
Um,
on Apna also.
I think you need to reach out to Sneha. She'll let you know where the link is.
Yes, Prakash will be uploading it in our website.
Your voice broke. Okay, okay,
Prakash,
Siddharth
I
got it.
has
think
shared it in the chat box. You can just open that website.
Yes,
You can
yes.
find all the sessions.
right.
Okay, okay, great, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions? Yeah, Chandan, go ahead.
So, as a mechanical engineer,
Mhm.
so which skill is required for this field?
Okay. So you are still in college, or have you passed out?
Sub pass out completed.
Okay. So I think for mechanical engineering, there can be multiple jobs. Are you aware of the CAD softwares?
Yes, sir. I will completed. मैं complete कर चुका हूँ CAD को.
Okay. Okay. Since you are in early professions, that means that you have already passed out from your college.
Yes,
To and you are already searching for a job, I believe. So,
yes, sir.
in this time, I think you should utilize your time right now to learn different skill set. Like you said, like you have learned CAD software. I think that's
Yes, sir.
there are other trainings as well. Like if you open the Udemy, there are a lot of trainings for mechanical engineering as well. You can complete those. In the meantime, you what you can do is add these skill set in your resume and upload that resume on LinkedIn. And if there are already professionals who are working in a particular company which you want to go, maybe ask for a referral by messaging them on LinkedIn or reaching out to the recruiter or applying to the company directly. Have you tried that?
Sir, no, sir.
Okay, so that could be the first step that you may want to try that.
सर बट वन थिंग सर, जैसे मैंने कैट कंप्लीट कर ली है,
Mhm.
इसके जैसा और भी बहुत सारे स्किल्स वगैरह होंगे, जैसे लीडरशिप क्वालिटी और बहुत सारे
Yeah.
होंगे, तो वो सब को मैं इजीली कहाँ से सीख सकता हूँ?
So there are a lot of training institute in your area that you can check out, or there are a lot of quality assurance. There is one more
सर
field within.
ऑनलाइन, सर ऑनलाइन।
I guess best would be to search online, but I'm not aware of like any particular institute that are offering the mechanical courses. But I guess you can check out online. There is one place like Coursera or Udemy that you can check out for the online
कोर्स,
courses.
सर कोर्स,
Coursera, Coursera,
कोर्स, कोर्स एरा, ओके सर, आई हर्ट इट।
yeah, that you can check out. Any more questions? Any questions around the job switch? Yeah,
It's regarding internship actually.
yeah,
Can we
go ahead.
approach? Yeah, can we approach the companies directly?
Yes, you can. I mean, if you have a company, you can just go to their career portal. Sometimes there is an email written that contacts to a HR, but most of the time they don't have that email on the career pages. But the best thing is that you can reach out to the HRs directly on LinkedIn. I think that's the most easiest way to do so.
Yes, I think the mostly possible way is that.
Yeah,
Got it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, hi, I'm sorry. We were just asking you again.
yeah, go ahead.
Actually, you have shared the link and I have connected through phone, so I'm not able to find the chat box. Uh, could you guide me
Yeah,
if possible?
Hey, Prakash, just type Apna and exclusives in Google, you'll get it.
Apna Exclusives.
Yeah, Xclusives.
सर आई एम सुशील कुमार मिश्रा, बट सर यहाँ पे आपका ये चैट बॉक्स इज नॉट
Lawyer
फाइंड।
law.
भाई थ्री डॉट पे जा, उसके बाद मैसेज सेक्शन आ जाएगा।
या थ्री डॉट
Okay,
थ्री
in
डॉट
all messages. Yes, I got it. Okay, thank you.
yeah, yeah,
Thank you, Chan.
Hi, Pragar. Hello.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Hi,
David.
Pragar. Kumar this side from Chennai. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I was degree in the year of 2012, which is the BCA, Bachelor of Computer Application. I have a 9 years of experience, so non-IT as well as the IT experience. So IT experience as a software test engineer. So the just last 1 year, I just switching to the career to the software test engineer to network engineer.
Mhm.
So last 3 months, I just learned for the courses for which is from Chennai. The company name is Daphne Infotech. So I have learned for the hardware and networking as well as CCNA. Just I learned course only. So I just mentioned for in my resume, I have a intern experience for the network engineer.
Mhm.
So the law I attend for the lot of interviews. I just crack the interviews, but they are rejected me because 9 years of other experience you have, but this is for your fresh job in this. So you are a 9+ years experience, so you are not eligible for this. So how can, I mean, what can I do in this type of problem?
Um,
How can I handle?
okay, so your basic question is that you are moving to network engineer, but you don't have past experience that to show for, right?
Yes, yes.
So in that case, I think applying for a junior role might be a good option where you can just apply for junior network engineer in different companies where you can show your knowledge by cracking the, like you said, you have already passed the interview, but somehow they are not extending an offer due to past experience. I think the only option is to try for more companies because since you are kind of an early profession in a networking domain, I think you should try for some of the junior network engineer kind of roles. You getting me?
Yeah, already I trying to the, I mean, the junior level position only, like L1 engineer. It's a
Okay.
junior engineer level actually. So
Okay.
already tried the junior level only. But
Okay.
finally they are, I'm rejected for the my. I mean, they are considering for my previous experience only. So that is the main problem.
Okay.
So how?
I think
Yeah,
This, I feel this is an important aspect of job switching.
yeah. So I think David, from your perspective, have you completed the
yeah.
certification? I don't think you have completed the certification. Have
Yeah,
you?
I don't have a, yeah, right.
So
So actually, which
ideally,
one certification is best? I don't know exactly. I mean CCNA or Azure or DevOps or cloud or something CCNP. So which
yeah.
one is best? Yeah.
So I'm not from networking domain per se, but I'll still answer your question.
Okay.
So since I think you should focus on clearing that CCNA examination, I think that is the bare minimum for the networking roles. Uh,
Yeah.
but once you get a chance to try your hands on the cloud stuff as well, because I can see that there are a lot of professionals who are already working on that networking cloud kind of domain. So I think
Okay.
that will be much more beneficial in a longer term career path.
Okay. Okay, Pragar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Your point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Thank you.
think,
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, no problem, no problem.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, try your hands with the certification and try to enhance your skill with the cloud domain as well in the side.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. I will do in my future. I mean, I will join in the anyone certification course for the like cloud engineer as well as the CCNA. They
Right.
parallelly, right? Yeah. Thank you, Pragar. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sir, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead,
Like, I
Prakash.
have 6 years of experience in this BPO industry, but
Okay.
at some point of time, I was stuck completely. Like, my package was max five,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, I was not able to grow. But after that, I got a call from a SaaS company,
Okay.
but my experience was not very good in SaaS company because it was very jam-packed kind of thing, suffocating. Like, I mean, less number of people, heavy
Mm-hmm.
load of work, and it was that kind of thing. So now I am trying to get into something that is related to AI. So I want to know how AI is impacting the entire world, IT world, so
Mm-hmm.
that we can prepare for the future challenges and be
Okay.
job ready. Yeah, if you could guide me, so
Yeah,
I
no
would
problem.
be glad. Yeah.
So since your past experiences around the business process outsourcing, like BPO and BPM, right?
Yes.
So, and you
Yes.
are already in a SaaS company, so you might be aware of a lot of IT technologies like cloud and everything, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
you want to make sure like how you want to transition into AI ML roles. So I would
Yes.
say right now AI ML is on the rise, I would say, but it's
Uh-huh.
still not matured in India as per se. Like
Okay.
there are roles, but they are very specialized role which requires a lot of in-depth knowledge. But definitely
Mm-hmm.
it's there is no point of I'm not discouraging anyone, but there is no point of getting scared like there are a lot of specialization that I need to do with AI ML. But I would
Mm-hmm.
recommend you to first
Mm-hmm.
try some like courses on AI ML. So what happened is that mostly people go with the hype, like they want to learn AI ML, but as soon as they start learning AI ML, they find no interest in that, right? So it's
Okay.
always good to try your interest or check your interest whether AI ML will suit you or not. So first
Mm-hmm.
thing is to try any kind of certification. You'll find a lot of those on Udemy and Coursera. to try to
Mm-hmm.
learn some basics about AI ML and see like if
Mm-hmm.
if it interests you. And in case
Mm-hmm.
if you find it interesting, you can
Mm-hmm.
start learning different technologies. You can start learning AWS, which has the AI
Mm-hmm.
tools and services, and you can
Mm-hmm.
start creating some bit of projects on the side that you can
Mm-hmm.
publish to the public. Not to public, like
Okay.
you can basically open source your code, put it on your GitHub, or you can have like a small portfolio that you can put
Mm-hmm.
it on a website and add that
Mm-hmm.
skill set, whatever you have learned, into your resume, and then try
Okay.
for job switch, like whether, and then judge like whether the recruiters are reaching to you or not. If they are not
Okay.
reaching you, then that means that your resume does not look good. You need to put more efforts to learn more different skills, things like that.
Right.
So that's like a
Right.
phase manner approach that you can go through. You can target it milestone by milestone. You can have like a 3 month path that is carved
Mm-hmm.
out for you. Then you can
Mm-hmm.
decide this whatever success like you get or not.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And one more thing, what about business analysis? Because I have done a course of business analysis,
Hmm.
and because I have been working in a non-tech background, so I thought that it would be easier for me to crack into it.
Hmm.
And because it is some kind of semi, I'm a mechanical engineer by education,
Hmm.
but when we completed our BTech, that time the market was completely shattered
Hmm.
because of some coal scams and all happened at that time.
Right.
So till 2 to 3 years, we were completely jobless.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to get into this BPO, and then since then I was into BPO.
Okay.
But right now, I'm trying to transition, and
Hmm.
that is what I was thinking about this AI and business
Yeah.
analysis. Yes, business analysis. It is
Yeah.
something that I am from a technical background. I know how the language is used.
Mhm.
So that was something kind of a swift path. So is it the right way? Can I go into it? Is there any
Um,
future in that?
Yeah, so data analysis is again a good part because as you can see, like around us, we
Mm-hmm.
create a lot of data. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
post on a Facebook, that is the data created, posting an image.
Right.
So there is always an opportunity in the data analytics field. But
Mm-hmm.
again, like it depends on your interest. Sometimes there is like
Right.
you're just doing it for the money or you're just doing it for the job switch. That's not the case. You have to
Right.
find
Right.
whatever interests you. So if you want
Exactly.
to go in the data analytics part again,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have known the tool like Informatica or R, Python, little bit
Yes.
understanding about
Yes. Yes.
Python, R.
Yes. Yes. I know those tools. A little bit of understanding, just basic understanding I have. I've
Yeah,
not gone into very in-depth knowledge.
Uh,
So
Mr. Prakar, can I just talk for in this?
yeah,
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 yeah.
sure, please.
Like as you have said that you want to be a business analyst and have experience regarding BPO and BPM sectors industries. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's a very kind of a great role because now what you want to do is you have to link with artificial intelligence and but you already know the terminology. You just have to learn the terminologies and talk of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So I
Like I
think
said, um, sorry to
yeah
get you,
we have
Pratik.
yeah okay. We
Yeah.
have something in Coursera for AI for business actually. If you're gonna take the specializations, it will be very good. Your experience and the specialization together, you're gonna get a beautiful role in the companies as a business analyst who is focusing
Oh,
artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence.
wow, wow,
I
wow,
mean,
wow. That
yeah,
that was
again,
great. Yeah.
yeah, thanks for adding that up. So, yeah, again, like if you want to
My
mix that
contribution,
both,
Prakar.
that, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So, like if you mix these roles, it will again like a good career part to look for in a long-term situation. You can definitely
Okay.
go with that, like data
Okay.
analytics plus AI ML. Or if you want to
Okay.
separate those part altogether, that's again a good choice.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. That is something that I would wanted to know. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
And
stop. Yeah, go ahead.
just
Go ahead,
one
Pratik.
last question. I
Mhm.
was also looking at an option because my friend is already in that field from last 6 years.
Okay.
Salesforce. Can
Okay.
I build a career in Salesforce? How is the market for Salesforce in future? Or is
It's
it also going to be connected to AI in future?
Yes, it is already, the work has been already started and it is getting connected to AI. I think it's a great tool.
Okay.
You can just start learning about it. I think there are tons of certification available so that you can look
Right.
into. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a great session. It's
Yeah,
really adds a lot of values. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, no problem. Chandan, I'll just stop you. Let me complete the presentation, and then we'll come back to the question. Sounds good?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So again, let's talk about building the long-term career path. So as you can see, like we have already discussed it in our Q&A session, there are a lot of different fields around that, like cloud, data analytics, AI, ML, networking, things like web development, things like that. So you need to pick a particular path. There are a lot of different paths in IT industry, especially where you need to pick a path. Like if you want to go to into the security domain, so these kind of things, that decision that you need to take on early on to build your long-term career path. Like I want to deep dive into a particular lane and want to contribute to that. So setting your long-term career goals is very necessary to figure this out. And this job is only for you. Like figuring out things is the part that you need to do yourself. You can always seek mentorship, guidance, like this sessions, which people can guide you about different areas. But at the end, the decision comes to you, where your interest lies and where you see like growth is. So these kind of goals are need to be made early on during the career is nice, always nice. But there is no discouragement like that. These roles cannot be pivoted in the later half of your career. Like if you have 9 years or 10 years of experience and suddenly you want like, okay, whatever I'm doing is does not interest me, I want to go into security domain altogether. That's always an option, but always expect that this change will be much more difficult and you have to put a lot of efforts. So again, like it's a fair cautionist warning coming from me that always good to plan the long-term career goals and milestones, like how you want to achieve those. Now, since we concluded the whole section, this is the last slide. I'll take the questions again, and I think that will be concluding our session. Go ahead, Chandan. You had some questions.
So at the fresher, we have offer a sales company. Uh, मैं कुछ रिलेटिव हैं, तो उस जगह से ऑफर मिलेगा मेरे को सेल्स के लिए, तो एट द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ फ्रेशर्स ज्वाइन करना चाहिए, सही है या फिर
Yeah.
या
So,
फिर कहीं और?
right. So it's always like if you don't have anything in your hand, you always need to do something. Like if you are getting some offers, whatever it may be, and if you don't
I
have
have
immediate goals, then you should probably think about it.
So I have joined three companies. One is Tata, second Jahin, and third is Banco.
Mhm.
Uh, all three are automobile industry, but sales is different. But at the starting of career, we should join sales or join a automobile industry.
I think it depends again on your interest. Like if you are interested in sales and compared to automobile, so it depends on your interest. Like, so since I'm not from mechanical background per se, I will not be the good guy to ask this question. But I'll say like it's always depend on the growth. Like if you find like sales is going, it will give you a long-term benefit, you should definitely join. If you think like, oh, it does not pique my interest and it is not good for me long term, then you should avoid
So
it.
only for 1 year as an internship.
Okay. I mean, again, like it's your call. I can't tell you to do this and that, but it's your call. How do you do pros and cons? Like if you know like what are the benefits and what are the losses of doing that. So like list them down and figure out like, okay, the advantages of joining are more as compared to disadvantage. That the decision is pretty much clear, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
no problem.
Good
Uh,
evening, sir.
yeah, good evening. Go ahead.
Can I discuss with you, sir?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I am belong from UP and my sector is telecom. Telecom sector is 8+ years my experience, but we have also switched the sector. So please guide me. How can I switch any other sector from to telecom?
Uh, so since I'm not from the telecom background, I'll not be the correct person. But again, like if you found any like, are you doing any kind of certification? If not, you should try to upskill yourself. Uh, like try different things, learn different things, new skill set to make a job switch. So since job switch is kind of a like a foundational for all the fields. So again, like if you want to pivot your role, like if you want to do or job switch into different role, learn about the skill set that particular different role needs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? Any questions on job or IT related, software industry related?
It's a little question. Um, do I go through web development or machine learning? I'm confused in it.
So if you are a early profession, I think first should be to try out different courses for machine learning and to see like if you like it or not. If you find interest, you can definitely start building your skill set, but don't expect that you will find a job immediately with AI/ML because it's kind of a
In
early,
terms of coding, it's all the same. Like Python, JavaScript,
yeah,
both are same.
yeah, it's same,
Like,
but the
can I
skill,
add to this, Prakash?
yeah, let me just answer him. So ideally,
Sure.
the all the foundational programming languages are same, but the skill set, like you're talking about Python, right? For AI/ML specifically, you would need to learn skitlearn, TensorFlow, right? Or NumPy. You need to be very good at these kind of libraries, right? Although the
Yeah.
Python language is same, like for web development, we can use Python, and for machine learning, we can use the Python. But the like the top layer, the library layer is different. So if you want to make a career out of it, like AI/ML, you have to be very good in the TensorFlow, right? And you have to be very good in the NumPy, representing that data into the vectors, things like that. So it depends again on the interest, I would say. But if you are very interested in AI/ML, you should definitely give it a go. Try to learn a little bit about it, and then decide whether if it is to my interest or not.
Okay. Sure.
Does it? Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Um, Looks like there are no other questions. So we'll be concluding our session. Thank you, everyone.
Prakhar, just hey,
Yeah.
so guys, just have Prakhar here for a couple of more minutes. Any questions? Please utilize his time. He's taken his time out and he's here. Please, anything like all the topics he has covered. Generally, you can ask him about his experience.
Yeah.
You can, guys, you can use the chat box, or you can even unmute yourselves like a lot of people have been doing. आप चैट बॉक्स का इस्तेमाल भी कर सकते हैं अगर आपको अनम्यूट करके पूछना है तो वो भी कर सकते हैं बट ये वक्त का इस्तेमाल कीजिए.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, Prakhar, I'll just ask some before till anyone asks the question. So, is there any particular keywords or something that guys should target when they're searching for internships or job postings and such?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're targeting for an internship, definitely a lot of the job posts or the if you go into the LinkedIn search, you can just type internship in web development, internship in AI/ML, things like that. So it's like how you formulate your search query and try it out online. All the things are available since we live in a like online world. So a lot of things are available to us. You can try it on LinkedIn or even in Naukri portal. I've seen a couple of internship opportunities being available. So do try that. Don't completely ignore Naukri portal. It's again a good portal to try for an internship. There is one more Internshala which came through my head. Like it's again a good portal for college student to be in, where you can try different look for different internships kind of job opportunities.
Yeah. And you had given an example, so in LinkedIn, if someone sees a job or internship posting, they can approach the people from that company.
Right.
So let's say it's an XYZ company. So is there a particular profile of person they should approach, like HR or?
Yeah, absolutely. So suppose that there is a company who posts out a job opportunity about LinkedIn, like they want some interns on in their company, and they post out on the LinkedIn. So what you can do, you can just first of all you can just apply it, just simply apply it, upload your cover letter, upload your resume, and then you start to look into like how many people are working there, and if there are any recruiter or HRs or talent acquisition folks are present on the LinkedIn, maybe reach out to them just to say hi, like I have applied for it, here's my resume, do you have any opportunity, or can you consider me for that opportunity? That's a good approach to follow in a nutshell.
So I think we can to type a proper message. We can use AI
Yeah.
tools like ChatGPT and.
Yes, yes, right, definitely. You can write a small message, and that you can use with every other company, like a schema of a message, and then you just use it with all different companies and all different folks. Yeah.
Chandan, go ahead.
Yeah.
सर ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री के लिए इंटरव्यू क्रैक करना इज लाइक अ वेरी टफ, तो सर इसका हाउ टू प्रिपेयर अ इंटरव्यू?
Okay, then. So since I'm not from mechanical background per se, but I'll give you one tip that is actually valid for any other like domain. So if you want help in cracking an interview for a particular domain, let's say automobile, right? First, you need to look into the Glassdoor. You can always find the past experiences of folks who have already given an interview. So look through Glassdoor website, search that company name, and look for that interview section. You will see like past experience, like what question has been asked, and what are different stages, interview stages, that you can check to figure out like this company is asking this questions, and you can prepare those questions. And again, if you keep on learning different things, it will always help you in the interview. But I think
सर
that's
बट
the
ऑलवेज क्वेश्चन आर ट्विस्टिंग ना.
yeah, I mean that's again the game, like you have to be smart about it, you have to be very prepared about it. So that depends on you, like how you answer question, how you present yourself during an interview. That is on you. I think that can come through practice only.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
Yeah, no problem.
Guys, we have a couple of more minutes. Before that, I have put a feedback form so many times in the chat, and I see that no one has filled. Please do fill it before you leave. It will help us a lot. It will help the speakers like Prakar also a lot to prepare for the next session. So please do fill it. And any other questions? So we have 1 or 2 minutes more. Yeah, sorry, someone was saying.
Go ahead.
Actually, I wanted to add something like that guy was asking for automobile industry. It's a
Mhm.
very general understanding I have because I have already been into ITES industry, but still my background is mechanical. Some of my friends are there in the
Mhm.
industry, so I think in general for a fresher, what the technical things they ask is very general that you have studied. So if you could check whichever company you are applying, if you could check their website and what products they're concentrating on, if you could gather a little bit of knowledge from there, I think that can help. It's a very general understanding from my end, not a very
Yeah,
expert level. So
yeah. That's a good
yeah,
tip. I think that generalize into a section of researching. Like wherever you are
exactly.
applying, you need to do
Yeah,
some bit of research, like going through past
yeah,
experiencing, visiting their page, checking out their
exactly.
products and things like that. Yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
exactly. Like for example, if you are applying for Maruti, what are the vehicles that Maruti is producing? What technology they are using? If you are aware of that technology or not,
Right.
and so you can gather an idea. So it might help.
Yeah, then only we can write a proper cover letter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Rahul, you had raised your hand. Is there any question? Okay, I think there is, and we've come to the end of the time. Guys, please, again, it's a humble request. Please feedback form fill कीजिए. इससे हमें बहुत मदद होगी. Please fill the feedback form. I see only 2 responses. So many of you asked questions as well, which Prakhar patiently answered.
Yeah, guys. So this feedback help us to understand like what other session we can plan.
Yeah.
So it's always good to give a feedback, and this is like a open ended, like how we can improve, what different things we can do. So that will be helpful for us as well.
Yeah. So I
So
pinned
where
the
we get feedback form?
chat. I put it in chat box.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you,
is
sir.
in the chat box where you see in call messages. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So with that, we'll conclude today's session. Thank you so much, Prakhar, for joining us today and for sharing your expertise with us. I believe everyone found this session useful, and I think we covered all the doubts and queries that were asked. Thank you all for joining in and making this a successful session. Last last time, just a gentle reminder to fill the feedback form. Like Prakhar pointed out, it will help us in planning the upcoming sessions and delivering quality content to you guys. You can also visit the Apna website, which also has been put across, where you'll find the recording of today's session and also the previous and upcoming sessions. You can also register in the Apna community, and there you can find all the upcoming events. As mentioned in the introduction, we are having these sessions every day. So tomorrow, the next session will be at 7 p.m. I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much, Prakhar.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good night and great evening, guys. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you so much.